Right. As you guys know, as we get to the last month of the year, uh, December, this is what I start to consider the beginning of movie playoffs. This is where the seating is happening. As a movie critic, some of you may or may not know or don't care. You know, I review movies and stuff and television shows, and I'm part of a couple different critic associations, and the December through most of December is where you're going to see a lot of critic association best of list as we lead into the beginning of actual award season, which starts in like January. And that goes through up until the Oscars. The Academy Awards, which they pushed it back to March after 2021 or whatever, or 2020 2021, and it hasn't gone back to its more February period since. But the way in which the press and everyone talks about the campaigns and where the stacking is, and then there's betting involved in that, and who has the most odds to get into different categories. So hence why I started calling it movie playoffs. So I've done poorly done videos before. This might not be too much better about the stuff that I get from the studios to consider their films in different categories. And honestly, they're also trying to get sure that we watch the movies, so that people watch the movies and have informed voting and choosing. There's a whole process. Most people vote through most of the things, and that's how the list you see leading up, unless it's through an actual regular publication like a Vulture or a New York Times. But if it comes from like this city or area's film critics, there's a voting procedure, dues are paid, a whole bunch of other stuff. But first up is Hamnet, the new Chloe Zhao film. Paul Mescal. I'm sorry, I don't know this lady's name yet. I haven't watched the film. I gotta be honest. They're talking about it might be the actual front runner. A lot of people are talking about, people who really don't like one battle after another. Like, oh man, it's about to win all the awards. And I keep telling people like, it's too early to call. Everyone's talking about this. This book, I think, is, from what I hear, is sad. Romance. Chloe Zhao already won a major award. I think Best Director and Best Picture with No Man Land. People have been waiting for her next joint that isn't a Marvel movie. Now we got her adapting this book. Usually if it's adapted from a book, they usually will send you a copy of the book. But let's get past. They sent a blanket. Now this is not me clowning a blanket. This is a well-made blanket. I think it's like forest or whatever. You see the fringes. I've already touched this shit right here. I'm like, dang. This is nice. I gotta watch the movie anyway. Does it make me consider for anything else? I still don't think it's gonna make me think it's the best film of the year, even if it could be amazing. It's just the little premise is I'm not into it. But as a film critic, you gotta watch this stuff, or you should. But this blanket though, you see this you see this blanket. They out here giving blankets this year. You know what I'm saying, for the cold winter. This joint feel nice. They ain't playing no games. They like cozy up and watch the movie. Cozy up. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of us ain't going to the theater to see this movie. Just like as they talk about the Academy Awards and how the voters within that has an app they can watch movies. Most critic associations also have apps or streaming links to watch these movies at home, because there's no way you can go to a theater and see all these movies in one time, because the theaters have to make money. And also you need to see it before some of these films are out. But yeah. First up the Hamnet blanket. Fire. Next up, F1. I'm surprised we got anything. The Warner Brothers distributed, Apple produced film starring Brad Pitt and Dancer Idris and many other people about F1 car racing. They gave us a hat. I don't wear these type of hats, so a friend is going to get this hat. Pretty decent hat, like the logo. I believe it's the team in the movie. A nice letter with, it looks like a very printable signature that is basically an image file on top of the PDF, and they weren't made to actually match in terms of color printing. So you have this darker here, or it's lighter here because of the way in which the printing processes the color formulation of CMYK and all that type of stuff. They should have probably flattened it first, or just took the white and just as like a vector and put it on top of this within probably InDesign or whatever they designed this in. Sorry for the nerding. The for your consideration, things like everything. Consider us in everything. What is quite rare, but I do like, is when they know the movie's been out, and instead of making some special screener disc, they just give you the retail copy. Blu-ray, because as of late, folks been slinking and out here sending people DVDs in a HD era. We're even beyond that. We in a 4K era. I feel the least, because the cost of production is not that much different in cost. Like, we talking cents, people, to give us Blu-rays. Also, if the movie's already out, just comp the disc, Joe. I like this. It did remind me that I messed up and I didn't pre-order the 4K steelbook of this movie, and I really, really like this movie. Now I got to pay aftermarket prices. So eventually I'm gonna get that and give this one up. Maybe I should do a giveaway. I don't know if that's going to do anything, or how many readers or viewers I'll have for that to even matter. But F1, really good film, really good movie. One of the top grosses of the year. Car racing. Stars still matter. Here is one from Netflix. They send the most packages to get people to pay attention and watch the movies they really want to promote. Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's take on the Mary Shelley story. Looks like they really put a lot on the score, even though it's all categories, of course. They got a QR code to listen to the soundtrack. I'm guessing it is on streaming services. I like these. The screenplay books. Sometimes they send us really, really pretty ones. Usually that depends upon what type of critic associations you're connected to and when voting starts. I'm part of the Washington Film Critics Association, so our selections are very soon, the first weekend of December, versus voting for Critics' Choice, which usually starts at the end of December, leading into the early part of January before the show airs. So there could be another push, but not everybody that's in WAFCA is in Critics' Choice Association, or some other ones as well. In terms of wanting to know more about screenwriting and the different types of screenwriting, sometimes I think getting screenplays used to be harder. Now, time of award season, a lot of sites post them up, the different trade sites like Variety and Deadline and Hollywood Reporter. But even still, you have a file versus get a book. You can sit down and read it. You can see the different styles and how much they may change over the years that they come out with. If you get this for multiple years, you can read how the different scripts are structured between the different films. A screener. which is always interesting, especially I would say for Netflix, because they're a streaming platform that doesn't really sell physical media of their stuff. You may be able to buy physical media of shows that's on Netflix, but usually it's because those shows are produced by another studio. Like, you can buy Sandman, you can buy Wednesday. There's some couple others that you can buy, especially in other territories, because technically they own it and it airs on Netflix. But yeah, James Jean painting. There's a recent like a special lithograph print that's been out that's probably already sold out, super expensive, and it has like embossed stuff. James Jean stuff is always fire. Quotes from other critics, all the stuff they want you to consider. With another quote. What I liked about this is that you see that thing at the bottom, Blu-ray. I think sometimes that matters in terms of, I feel, the filmmakers involved and how they want you to see their film at the best quality. 4Ks get more expensive, so I get why they're not out here shipping out 4Ks or making screener 4Ks. And let's be honest, a lot of people don't have physical players anymore. I got the consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X do 4K, so got a nice little tote, heart. Only monsters play God. Da, 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 da. But yeah, pretty simple right now. Pretty cool. Here's this from Amazon MGM. After the Hunt, a movie I didn't review. I'll probably put one up before the end of the year. I like this movie a lot. Julia Roberts, Eda Berry, Andrew Garfield, Michael Stuhlbarg, Chloe Sevigny. What they want you to consider. Quotes. Nice photography. You see that? You see that right there? DVD. It's better to just watch this on the service, which it is on Prime Video right now. Prime Video, when you watch it on streaming, at least you get 4K. Even if it's streaming 4K, it's better than DVD. It just is. If you care about that stuff. You just watch stuff, you don't care, then it is what it is. But I be caring, bro. I need the joint look crispy. That's what I got a 4K TV for. Next up is Belen, also distributed by Amazon MGM. I don't know anything about this movie. I know it's a serious subject matter. It's an international film. Each year, Prime Video, Amazon MGM does a good job of putting out and distributing international films. So this is definitely something I want to check out. Stuff I wouldn't know about if it wasn't for them sending. Sometimes, honestly, the screeners. I've seen more dialogue about this film lately. Actually, leading up to this, Latin America stuff, which I think is smart to put that out, especially with the growing base in terms of critics and actors in the different academies. A nice letter, signatures that's printed on. Not mad. Doesn't look bad like the F1. I shouldn't be dissing the F1 one, but come on, yo. Like, I did too much printing in my life to let that slide on F1. This is one Nia DaCosta starring Tessa Thompson, Hedda. I think I got this the same time it appeared on the service. They didn't do it. I wasn't able to make it or get invited to a in-theater screening of this. I still prefer watching movies I'm going to consider in a movie theater. You know, another DVD. I guess if you want this on 4K in the future, you have to buy it. Unlike Netflix, Amazon will definitely sell you a movie on disc. They do not play no games about making no money because they're a store. Still gotta watch this. Looking forward to it though. 24. This is probably the first set of this because Marty Supreme is out and they want you to see that in theaters. So it's Bring Her Back. You can watch that on HBO Max, I believe. All their movies you can watch on HBO Max because that's the deal they have. But some of these, all these should be out, well, except for Highest to Lowest. So Bring Her Back, Eddington, Friendship. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I don't think it's out on any streaming services yet. Legend of Ochi, Materialist, I believe. Smash Machine isn't out or for stream yet, unless it might be PVOD. The same way If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Sorry Baby and Warfare should all be on HBO Max. Highest to Lowest is Apple, so you gotta watch that on Apple TV. Smash Machine most likely will be on HBO Max, and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. But yeah, I actually don't know. I believe these are just DVDs. They don't say it on the discs. Warfare or the review for that. I enjoyed this a lot, especially in terms of like the way the sound and some of the filmmaking are immersing you in the crazy thing, the craziness of the combat. That being said, there's a lot to think about in regards to, you know, the political surroundings around why these young men was put in the situation in Iraq and everything that happened. But it's the co-director is a guy who actually did this, and it's coming from the memories of him and the men he served with. So that's not from their perspective, other than like surviving and being in it. But there's a lot to talk about. You could probably talk about with Warfare, but it is a very good film. Friendship was crazy. This dude, he a weirdo, but he funny. My man, Paul Rudd. We've been rocking since Super Nintendo commercial. Let's go. I reviewed that one too. Smashing Machine. Don't let these people tell you. This performance is amazing. I don't know why people didn't see this movie. Maybe it's because it's too close in terms of wrestling, the way they see him and UFC, or him trying to be serious. I don't know. I think he's in a period of people tired of him. I don't know why. At least adults. I'm not the biggest Safdie brother guy, but this year's interesting because I actually kind of like this movie most because of The Rock and Emily Blunt. The ending is very not to a lot of people's liking. It's very focused though. This is a fine joint to me. It's a fantastic performance. People gotta stop sleeping. Gotta watch this. Been hearing about this ever since it came out. Roseburn. Look at ASAP Rocky, Rihanna's husband, her house husband. I shouldn't say that publicly. He be fly. He's also fly. Hopefully he'll actually put an album out again. But if him and Rihanna ever put out new music for real, who cares? They don't need to. They can just raise their children and make more children, I guess. Eddington, so I haven't watched. I think when they screened this, I might have been in San Diego Comic-Con. So I hear a lot of people either hate this or love this. Philosophy 2 people be messing with it. Regular people be hating it. Critics kind of hate it. But sometimes it's like, do y'all really be thinking about these movies as deep as you should have? Do you like things actually being challenging your viewpoint? We gonna see. It might not be fire because I don't really rock with Ari Aster. I ain't like his last movie, but hey, he can make it though. This was cute. The little creature was dope. It had 80s vibes. Materialist. I like this movie. It's a cynical movie, even when it's not cynical. Throwback movie. Interesting relationship politics. Everybody's attractive and pretty. Bro guy, rich guy. Yeah. It's well made. Even people don't agree. I also think some of the people who don't agree took themselves out of the dating market or are married. It's hell out here in these streets. Highest to lowest. I like this movie. Some people don't, for many different reasons. Because I think they feel it preachy. I think it's a very interesting take on high and low. Works well. I think it comments well on blackness and black excellence and money and class in very interesting ways, and how it connects with the music industry, and specifically the black music industry and rap music. Jeffrey Wright is the best part of this whole film. Sorry, baby, I need to watch this. Been hearing about it. Gotta watch it. This joint crazy. This joint disturbed me. Well made though. Prepare yourself if you watch this movie. One day I'll get a quote in these thingies. Probably not though. Netflix box. Look at me flubbing. I will show you the actual opening, but I don't feel like trying to figure out how to get my address off the top. So, Jay Kelly. I haven't made a review for this yet. Saw this weeks ago. It's one of my favorite films of the year. It's living up to the hype. I'm gonna read this. I don't always rock with Noah Baumbach either, but man, this is a movie about movies. And not in the usual way of like, oh man, it's like this allegory for making movies. Nah, man, it's about like movie stars and actors and people taking care of people and family and ambitions, what the cost of that is, aging. Like, this movie, through its star, George Clooney, also playing an aging actor, it works on very meta levels, and it knows it is in regards to the image and the ideas we have of George Clooney. It's not completely self-referential because, like, this man, I don't think had a family until his later years when he married that really beautiful, smart lady. But you understand the plight of this character and the Adam Sandler character, who is his agent and manager and takes care of him essentially, and what he's given up to ride, and what all the people around him rise to keep him going, and does he value those people, and how he's dealing with, like, yeah, man, it's a lot. This joint fire, bro. You see that at the bottom? That's Blu-ray. That means that's letting you know they want you to see this looking good on the screen. Because when it upscales from the 1080p from the Blu-ray disc, it's going to still look good versus telling you the DVDs. What are they doing with the DVDs? Look at this guy. Look, see, this is when you know they really start believing in the joints. When they start giving you little vinyl records, the 7 inches or the full soundtrack, they pushing for real. Great. I keep all these. Sweatshirt I can't fit. All my memories on movies. Man, works on multiple levels. This is a nice quality feeling sweatshirt. I'll give that to somebody. Jay Kelly, definitely worth watching when it comes on Netflix. Eventually I'll get this review up. So this is another Netflix box. This is for House of Dynamite. A movie I liked. I saw in New York. Saw the cast and the director, Catherine Bigelow, and the screenwriter talk about it. Wrote a review about it. Noah Oppenheim. I like this movie a lot. I like its message of basically nobody should have nuclear weapons, and it's going to doom us. Also possible And also maybe the people in power that gets to decide when we use it, who don't know anything about it, who has no training about it, and they gotta figure everything out in 15 minutes, whether they're gonna destroy the world or not, is good or bad. I think it's bad. I think Catherine Bigelow's like, it's bad. And not everybody likes the ending or that it didn't give an answer, even though the answer's quite clear, is the world's over. But definitely watch this on Netflix, wrote a review, screener disc, all these stars, all these people saying like, it's great. And I do think it's kind of great. I do think it's great. Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc. That's what I like to see. Blu-ray disc. I keep these. I don't sell these. If you ever see my stuff going out there, it's because I've gotten sick or something. Catherine Bigelow t-shirt. The soundtrack vinyl. As a person that collects vinyl, you know, I'll be keeping these. Not if, when, boom, 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 boom. I do have hope that maybe no one will ever use these things, because it'll never get that far along. That's the hope I have. But yeah, House of Dynamite Fire, pretty decent little box. I like records. You should watch it. Alright, another box, Netflix. Wake Up Dead Man. Sleep Mask. Useful. Ryan Johnson with a note. I like with the little stained glass thing. Good movie. Something to listen to the score on the back. Really the number one song of the year, and the summer hit of the year for a song I've only heard once, yet was everywhere. All I can say is it's kind of crazy that Netflix only had to pay Sony $20 million to make them such a hit that no one expected to be such a hit. And that's why there's no real toys on the shelf. And they had everybody scrambling to put merchandise in the streets. That you can say what you will about Disney. Even the joints they don't expect to be hits, the merchandising train is put in production. So when the joint hit the block, they flood the street. K-pop Demon Hunters. International movie, Left-Handed Girl. Heard good things about this. I need to sit down and watch it. It's too many movies and I still gotta go to work. So, let's see. Is this? Yeah, I think this is just a regular DVD. The screener package is really nice though. Train Dreams. A film that everybody is loving right now, and again, he might be up for Best Actor. It's Blu-ray disc, y'all. He might be up. This actually could be a contender for Best Picture too. Again, you gotta know ball with this movie stuff. You gotta see where the trends is going. It's politics and sports. Wonderful little note. I like that. Little drawing on it. Train Dreams, like please read about this. Screenplay. This I believe is sheet music. Sometimes this stuff I don't want to rip open. I need one of them steaming joints so I can open up stuff like this without ripping things. It might just be this letter. Yeah, it's a nice ass letter. Put it on nice embossed paper. Yeah. Like, please consider this song. It's an easy win. This kaleidoscope for the move, the left hand girl. Look at that. Dang. Another record. Limited edition on orange and black marbled vinyl. Cool in the Gang. This was the first one they sent. Like, I guess to get the ball rolling, to let you know the season is upon us. Go. The neon box, one of the most wanted things of the FYC season for film folks, because they put together such a nice package. It's all their movies of the year in one thing. It's the closest you get to like a studio box set that you can't buy. I think they started selling older ones later, but for the most part you have to be on this list to get one, and some people was on it, some people ain't. All their movies this year. Paper telling you what these different movies are about, and they're directed, written by, and they're starring. They put out a lot of stuff. I wasn't able to go see everything. Always a nice package. Signatures. Made to look like a book. Alpha, didn't see this. Usually the disc look nice too. Let you know the running time. Arco, which recently just came out, animated film. I consider I haven't even seen it. Just looking at it and the feeling people talk about it, especially from the critic space, like, oh, it feels like a Miyazaki or Studio Ghibli film. That's all I need to know. They're gonna give it a shot. Versus, I would say, Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, Chainsaw Man, Reze Arc, other things. There's some things that get automatically going to get entered. I believe this is one of those things. It looks really good, though. I'm not saying it's not deserving. I do think that the critic space and the award in regards to representation animation, especially animation from Japan, is still very, 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 very discriminatory towards anime. So even things that look close to anime, they only accept one type of anime, and it's usually Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki. Hell of a Summer, I don't even know what this is. It was just an accident. One of the top films to be talked about in the award season. Gotta sit down and watch that. Keeper. See this getting dragged out in the streets. Horror movie. Life of Chuck was pretty good. I saw that. Stephen King thing. I enjoyed this movie. The Monkey, wild horror comedy. It was good when it came out. Yeah, The Monkey, if you like Final Destination, you like this movie. No Other Choice. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this. It's probably in the running, especially for international film, but it might be in that 10. Orwell, amazing documentary. Raoul Peck don't slouch, bro. Very interesting to take the words of Orwell and combine it with his thoughts on things, his life, and what we're living through. You know, people talk about things being Orwellian. Hear the words of this man. Talk about his viewpoints of things, and how much it does connect with what's going on. Presents, Soderbergh, banger ghost story. Watch this. I don't know where you can watch this. You just find it on the streaming. Secret Agent, popping off right now. Ragnar Mora, he was in Dope Thief. He be in a lot of stuff. He was in Civil War last year. Great actor. I'm looking forward to watching this. Sentimental Value. Got the streets buzzing. Elle Fanning. Stellan Skarsgård. A lot of people talking about this. Might be one of them ones. Shelby Oaks. Not a lot of people talk about this, but it's a horror movie. Surratt. I heard people talking about this. I plan to watch this. Splitsville. This kind of came and went. This came out when I was going to San Diego Comic-Con, so I missed it. Together, again, another movie that I couldn't see because Comic-Con shenanigans. Do want to watch it. End of the box. Again, always a nice package. I got a couple of these now. I enjoy getting them. I'm keeping these for sure. Real collector item stuff. So this is the Amazon for your consideration box. They do an amazing box each year. It's an advent calendar. This time it's made to look like a book. Just a big old book. I never want to get rid of the boxes because they're so elegantly designed, and I can put stuff in them. They have this. And each one of these things just was open on a day. I never do that. Fake bookmark. Instructions on how to watch the thing with for your consideration. Thingamabobber. Most likely I will make a video of me just opening all these things. Later that'll be in a different one. Because it's just a bunch of stuff. And eventually I gotta get, even if I keep this big old book box that I'll put stuff in, and I'll be putting the box in storage, but the little boxes inside, they gotta go in the trash. We have Searchlight pictures with their big old box. I kind of looked in it a little bit, but I don't know completely what's in it. So now, all this confetti. Dear Critics Choice Association member, as the holiday season begins, we wanted to send a little something sweet to brighten your day. Your support means so much to us. We hope this treat brings a bit of joy during this festive time. Happy Thanksgiving from your Searchlight friends, Alex and Tess Novak, Ann Lee, and Philip Van der Plague. I know I messed that up. Our films are currently available for the viewing in the CCA any platform, which is like Watch Runs with Family. Very good. The Testament of Ann Lee. Heard very good things about that film and may actually is this thing on. Also, great film. I'm behind on writing that review. I gotta get that up. William Sonoma classic pie crust mix. Oh yeah, that's that fancy, that William Sonoma. Will I be making a pie crust? I don't know. A pie dish. Damn, a liquor. God dang. I know this ain't cheap. Dang. Okay. I ain't too mad at that. One less thing in my life I need to buy. We outside. It's fancy as hell. Put this to the side. Like, nah, for real. This is mad nice. Like, let's stop. Don't let these, get familiar. Dang. A rolling pin. So you can really get that, making that pie crust. This might be the best box because this all got stuff you can use in your life. Outside of movies. They out here like, let me help y'all. Let me help y'all with y'all dinner. Apple pie filling. Bomb of mine. See, this right here, this is that mid-level, you know what I'm saying? It's not real rich people stuff, but it's like middle class, upper middle class Whole Foods. You about to spend like $30 on something you really don't need to spend $30 on type shit. Yeah, this definitely going in the refrigerator. Maybe I'll make apple pie. Or I'll get somebody to help me make apple pie. Maybe I'll try to make a sweet potato pie in that nice dish. But yeah, that's it. And you know what? I ain't mad. Because that's useful. But again, I've seen 2 to 3 of these. They got joints. This might get a Best Actor nomination. It's possible. Possible to get a screenwriting nomination. Also, in the running, Brendan Fraser, Rental Family, Best Actor, amazing film, great. Again, I haven't seen it. I'm going by the talk. She got the buzz. She got the buzz for Best Actress. Maybe I'll put the name in. I don't remember it right now. I'm gonna post it up on here as a piece of text, like all the other real YouTuber folks be doing. But all this, 3 good movies, and a nice dish and a rolling pin. Yeah, man. Good looks, Fox Searchlight. That's fire. Testament and Lee. This is the one. I forgot. Amanda Seyfried. This is the performance that people were talking about for Best Actress. It's going to get the serious campaigning. But check this out. I don't really even know what this is about. I just know people be talking. Will Arnett, Brendan Fraser. Them is the performances. They're on them short lists. It makes sense if you've seen the movie. Didn't expect. That's funny. I guess this is useful, you know, when your phone's dead or something. You don't want to use your phone as a calculator. Not bad. It's a cute one. This is a cute one. Memorable. Disney Animation. Zootopia 2 postcard. Got a review of this up on the Comics Beat. Fuzzy bunny thing. We'll see. I'll probably just try to sell this or something, or I don't know. Maybe a friend might want to have the bunny ears. This is very much not my thing, and I don't have any small children. Springfield, Living Me From Nowhere. Movie was okay. I don't know. I'm getting on my man's name. My guy from The Bear and Shameless. He did good performance-wise, even if he didn't completely feel like Bruce Springsteen. Tape deck. Little inside part. Let's see. Maybe it explains what this is. Oh, it's like, hey, manual. Consider blah 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 blah. This isn't an actual tape. You can kind of tell. I think it's probably some type of phone charger or a drive. If the movie's on here, that would be crazy, but it's most likely a charger because it says a battery, you know, to charge up your phone. Lightning connector, USB-C, USB port, I guess, to go out. Well, that's not USB. Oh, that's the lightning. Whatever. Power, USB-C, made in China. Yeah, I'll figure out what this does. But it's cool though. It's different. Memorable. That movie should be out on. It should come out on streaming probably before the end of the year though. It didn't do probably as what they expected. In theaters. I think this is a 20th Century Studios movie. So it'll probably be on Hulu. Alright. I don't know what this came for. But it's a wireless karaoke speaker and microphone. I don't know what this is in reference to. Song Sung Blue. I'm still okay. I guess I'll probably add something on there. I'll probably look it up and to see. I don't know what this is, but this is cool though. I'm not a karaoke person, so we'll see how long I keep this before I give it to somebody. Yeah, not a karaoke fan. Don't hate it. I just don't do it. Yeah, I just don't get what's the song. Somebody's gonna listen to this movie, and I'll probably look it up after, and it'll be like, oh yeah, that. Oh, okay. Nice little gadget. Man, look at that. I got some decent ports. USB-C, headphone, USB-A. I wonder this micro SD. That'd be cool. Volume. It looks like, I don't know what M is. I don't know what this thing is. That's a microphone button. Yeah. Cool. I guess. I thought when I say, oh, maybe this is another thing for K-pop Demon Hunters. But yeah, I just, it's kind of out of nowhere. Can't call this one. Didn't expect to get something else for Hedda besides the disc. Nice box. Look fancy. Okay, a little bit of tape there. Oh. Tessa Thompson is mesmerizing. She eats up every morsel of the movie. From the playlist. Nina Haas sets fire to the screen. Deadline. Alright, let's see. Sour cherry drops. Okay, Cavendish and Harvey. Sounds fancy. I'm not. Well, don't really. No, I'm not gonna open it. But I do like the packaging. Coming in hot. Got some matches. Low key, I don't need fire that often, but it's useful to have matches. So, not completely a waste. This is actually pretty decent. This confetti, I guess everywhere. I usually end up finding it months and months later, just around my place, from these boxes. But yeah, the Hedda one, cool. People put a bad movie an award. At least at the critic level. And usually good movies do win awards, and the ones you might not like it, but it's good. But stuff like this isn't going to, like, if people don't, let's be honest, there's a lot of energy around a lot of films. Some of these films might end up being too small for, even though we get pie filling and pie crust in a dish, might not get them a lot of votes because there's some movies that just really stick with people more than others. So, we ain't out here like back in when you was hearing about the Golden Globes and they was flying the international press all over the place and giving them nice hotel rooms for days on end and doing all types of crazy stuff. A lot of people here ain't getting that, bro. Hollywood ain't spending that money right now. It's a tariff season. The only reason I think we getting everything so late is because like everything costs more money to make, and they're finding more, instead of customly made things, they're finding things that you could actually go get yourself. The reason I put that pan back up here is because, a lot of people ain't buying that pan. Like, I wouldn't have bought that pan, bro. I'm not at that level. I need a double income household. But yeah.